Addison Williams and Jeff Hull, the Box Chumps, here today. We're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to be reviewing an article. Jeff, why don't you tell them about the article?
Well, the article that caught my eye, Addison, good morning, everybody, is an article here in the Box Rocks. As you can see, I'm actually a Box Rock subscriber. Second time I've referenced them. Fantastic piece of kit here for those of you who want to know a little bit more about CrossFit. And this one here is Nutrition Basics. 5 rules every CrossFitter needs to follow. Those are the words I caught up on, Addison. Every and needs. So it's obviously very important.
There's no margin for error left there. And this one's by Robbie Wild Hudson, not to be confused with Robbie Normal Well-Behaved Hudson, often confused in the CrossFit world.
You know, wonder if his parents gave him that name, on the delivery room floor or later on in life. But either way, it's an excellent name, Robbie.
And they're
wild.
They're like, you're out of control.
Sort of stirs up a feeling about what this guy could have wrote about. That's also quite exciting.
And people will be like, man, you need to slow down. He'll be like, Wild is my middle name.
Wild is literally my middle name. And then also the other thing that caught my eye, Addison, about this was the photograph at the top. Old boy, he's got a moustache, and he just looks like he's doing hard yards.
Which, it's great clickbait, so...
I clicked on it just to find out what he was doing.
Yeah, I needed to see the rest of the cropped picture.
Is he carrying? Is he squatting? Is he breaking down? He looks like he got some very bad news. Very, very bad news. Halfway through his carry there.
Right, he was doing the carry. That's actually emotional distress on his face. He learned he wasn't following the nutrition basics rules for every CrossFitter. Somebody told him that, and that's his distressed look.
But he looks like his buddy planet just got destroyed by the Death Star. That's what he looks like. He's like he's
like an Alderanian lifter.
Bloody million souls just cried out in pain and then went silent. That's what he looks like. It's a really rough day. So anyway, full credit to Robbie for picking that photo because it made me click on his article. And, wow.
It starts off by quoting Greg Glassman, CEO of CrossFit, and I guess qualified nutritionist, according to this guy.
Yep.
But then it shows the CrossFit pyramid, which we know must be legit because a triangle is the strongest geometric shape.
Given to us by aliens.
The pyramid given to us by aliens.
Well, that's a triangle, not a pyramid, you see, because a pyramid has...
3 dimensions.
3 dimensions. This is clearly a CrossFit triangle with nutrition at the base. I wanted to point that out. So maybe a correction is coming or forthcoming.
Or they're going to tell us what are on the other 3 sides of the... because a pyramid is a 4-sided shape.
Probably something interesting hidden over there. Regardless, I did notice that when Greg was given his quote here, he says that practicing without any regard to nutrition is similar to only having one oar in the water.
Which, for those of you who don't know, you would actually be rowing in a circle instead of a line.
Well, but what if you got the oar and you took it off this side of the boat and put it on this side of the boat? I think actually a lot of canoers would row with...
Yeah, one oar. They take one oar, pull it out of the left side, and then on the right side. So
I'm eating properly, I'm working out properly. I'm eating properly, I'm working out properly. So you could.
So it seems like this article is trying to use a metaphor that would make us think it's bad, but if you actually know how to row, it's actually legitimate. Right. And
yeah. So if you've got your basic shape geometry down. And you know how to row. So far, so good.
So 2 strikes, you're out, Robbie.
2 strikes. No, that's Greg. Greg's out, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's all Greg. Okay.
Yeah, so far.
Sorry, Glassman, but we'll work on your geometry and rowing. Yeah, he's only ever rowed on a Concept 2 machine.
Yeah. Looking at which only has one oar. There's one oar. The rowing machine only has one oar.
It has,
so, buddy, out the window it goes. Right. I also noticed here, the basic introduction to this is saying that nutrition is incredibly important. It's just basically trying to argue the opening statement about nutrition. It says, limit alcohol consumption or getting to bed earlier. So you can pick one of those 2. It says it's not an or, it's not an and.
You can either not drink or you can go to bed, but you shouldn't do both.
So if you drink heavily, you can stay up late. But if you go to bed early, you shouldn't be drinking too much. I think that's what that statement says.
I think it goes without saying that if you're drinking a lot, that you're probably doing it late at night.
I mean, I'm guessing that Robbie didn't put an and in there for a reason.
He's clearly a very detail-oriented author.
Right. So it starts off by saying we need to eat the rainbow. So Addison, do you eat the rainbow as part of your nutritional goals?
I taste the rainbow. I actually I actually have a 2-pound bag of Skittles in my gym bag, and I eat about a handful every time because I, for one, know that the number one nutrition basic is eating the rainbow.
I also attempt to eat the rainbow. I have a lot of trouble with infrared and ultraviolet. The far end spectrums of the rainbow are quite confusing, but I don't like the lemon ones.
So I give the yellow ones to my kids. So.
Yeah. That's the lemon.
Okay, sorry. I think of the flavors as the colors because I'm very rainbow specific.
Again, so we're both actually doing pretty good on this whole eat the rainbow.
Yeah, and it says fruits and vegetables would also be rainbow. I'm trying to figure out what the blue vegetable is.
No, I'm lost.
Yeah.
No,
sorry, Robbie. I'll stick to Skittles.
I'm not eating a lot of blue foods. I also like the opening statement here, right? The majority of people underestimate the impact. That's a very much of a you people kind of a statement, isn't it?
And us versus them.
Yeah, I feel very singled out by that. But Robbie,
thanks, Robbie. It's those are fighting words.
Add kale or spirulina to your morning smoothie. That's a way to ruin your morning. Oh, look at this delicious smoothie I made. You know what this needs? Kale. Said nobody ever.
I'll take a handful of Skittles.
Again, a lot of these rainbow that he's listing here actually turned out to be green. So maybe
maybe Robbie's colorblind. He's just red, green colorblind.
This is a great article, mate.
Kale or spinach or spirulina. Green or green. All green.
I'm going to throw some blue in there, just saying.
Thanks, brother. Number 2, individualize your nutrition. Finding what works for you is so important. So, yeah, you know what? I think that's legitimate.
I very much like this next sentence, so I'm going to highlight this for a second here. One man's meat is another man's poison.
I think there's an underlying
implication to that. All right, it's
no man's meat.
One man's meat is another man's poison. So what it's saying there is, don't eat another man's meat
because it's poisonous.
It could be poison.
The next sentence, this takes a little bit of awareness. I think the only person who's not self-aware here is Robbie Wild Hudson.
Robbie, we're picking on you, man. We're not really trying to, but that sentence, one man's meat is another man's poison. I mean, I think I bloody saw that on the bathroom wall one time out in Northern California.
At a rest stop. Next to a phone number.
Holy shit.
Well, I'll go ahead and...
This is some good advice. There's some good advice in here. He's saying to note down the food that you ate that feel like death, that make everything feel like 200 kgs, especially if it is actually 200 kgs.
You ate 200 kilograms of...
Well, what if it's 280 kilograms, but it feels like 200 kilograms because of the foods he's eating?
You know what ironically makes me...
Kilograms?
You know what ironically... He's got to be from another country. He's not American. You know what food makes me feel like death? Kale/spirulina. Sorry, Robbie. I think number 2 supersedes number 1.
Yep.
So the next rule is 3: minimize the stress of decision. So don't set yourself up for failure by trying to decide on the spot. I think that's actually good. He said, focus on meal prep and get some go-to meals in your locker so that when you do get hungry, you're not trying to decide right then.
Is your locker refrigerated?
No, I'll just go ahead and put a nice spicy curry dish in my locker.
A rainbow. That'd be the oranges.
It's going to be leftover fish.
And maybe how you're supposed to get the blue. The blue in your rainbow.
What go-tos do you have in your meal prep regimen? Jeff, what do you have ready to go?
You know, I prefer to actually have other people keep it ready for me. Ronald or the Colonel.
Ronald and the Colonel. Yeah. Those are my nutrition experts.
My nutritionist's name is Wendy.
Billions sold. I think that speaks for itself.
Billions sold speaks for itself. And again, you know, nothing says eating the rainbow like a quick trip down to Chick-fil-A. It says right here in this article, the sheer number of decisions we have to make regarding food is staggering. And it makes me wonder exactly what Robbie's facing down here. I mean, normally for me, it's normally a numbered item between 1 and 15. It's usually and then do you want fries with that? I mean, I can pretty much work my way through that. But then he goes into
maybe
some
he's staggering.
strategies.
He worked out too hard before making his nutrition decision, so he's still staggered from that.
He's staggering from the 200 kilograms.
Yeah,
right.
And it was rather.
If you felt like you were
exhausting.
carrying 200 kilograms all the time, then that's 440 pounds. You'd be staggering too.
Or maybe he means that he's going to have a staggered regimen where he eats fried chicken one day and then burgers the next day. He staggered it, so he's not eating fried chicken and burgers every day.
Staggering?
Yeah,
staggering
that's what I think of.
Yep, I can see that.
So most of what I have in my bag is another Eat the Rainbow option, Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Yep, no, that's a good one. Bloody Starbursts.
Right.
Starbursts.
Yeah,
I know
pink
there's a
ones
blue
are the
Starburst,
best.
but I know there's an ultraviolet one.
Depending on which ones you get. So I keep a lot of, and that's my carb supplement.
A lot of this is
Most
about,
of those are carbohydrates.
A lot of this is about minimizing the stress of the decision. So, for example, if your decision is whether or not to eat another man's meat, I can see that being fairly stressful. Eat the best quality produce that your budget allows for.
I wonder how much Robbie makes here writing for Box Rocks. But he does say you don't have to buy organic. Great. Don't have to buy from a health food shop. Bingo.
Good.
Buy the best that you can afford. Great. I agree.
I think he has a large freezer too, because he's saying buy superior cuts of meat and fish when they are on sale and freeze them.
So, you know what? I'm not going to ding him for this one. I think this is geographically related. But with all those eggs and meats he's buying, number 5, eat some form of protein at breakfast. Let's go ahead and dig into what Robbie's got here. Why is it so crucial? Boost neurotransmitter production.
That's some science right there. I mean, the rest of this article up till now has kind of just been opinion. But now all of a sudden Robbie just decides to turn it on us and drop some science.
He was saving the best for last.
He really did. It boosts your memory, attention, and drive for the day ahead.
That's why I eat breakfast for dinner.
That's why I eat breakfast 3 times a day. To keep my neurotransmitter production high.
Just drop into Waffle House any time of day.
I mean, if having protein at breakfast is crucial for neurotransmitter production,
then why not eat 3 breakfasts?
Why not just eat 3 breakfasts?
It makes the most sense. If breakfast is the most important meal of the day,
and Waffle House is open 24 hours,
then why would I eat lunch or dinner? Thanks, Robbie. I think
Robbie. This is
problem solved.
Brilliant. It is linked to eating less throughout the day. So if I do eat 3 breakfasts, obviously I'm going to eat significantly less. Stabilizes my energy levels, so there's no mid-morning dips. Normally do my dips in the afternoon, but no mid-morning dips. Apparently mid-morning dips are not good for you. Probably because you're full of pancakes.
No more dips.
No one wants to do dips.
I won't be doing any dips, thank you. I will...
not in the mid-morning.
I'll go ahead and scale that 10 a.m. workout with dips.
Just maybe do some ring pulls. Provides amino acids to build muscle and recover from training.
And let's get right to it. Robbie has a take-home message. He says, remember that everything you put in your mouth in either solid or liquid form is either helping you or hindering your progress.
Where does another man's meat fit into that statement?
Poisonous, man.
It's poisonous, man.
Even if it's in liquid form.
All right, so hell of an opening statement. Now,
it's a closing statement.
The closing statement is, I'm just going to leave everyone with some great breakfast ideas. Considering we've come away from this, and Robbie, we thank you, mate, for giving us some of these tips. Right at the end here, we've got some great breakfast ideas. Now, seeing as you're going to be eating breakfast 3 times a day, you're probably going to need some great breakfast ideas. Number 1, eggs.
Yeah. Chia seed puddings. I don't know what country he lives in, but I have neither chia seeds nor puddings for breakfast.
I think that's some typo.
I'll go ahead and I'll get myself a snack pack. That's the extent of my pudding.
One of them chia seed things one time. It was a little porcupine, and I wouldn't have eaten it.
Yeah, I had the one that looks like a troll doll.
Right.
And it's disgusting. I took a bite.
It wasn't a pudding.
Tasted like clay.
Smoothies. He's got a plug here for the NutriBullet. He says get yourself a NutriBullet and start creating masterpieces. That's a bloody stretch right there.
Except he says it's mostly spirulina and maca, which, I don't know, newsflash, not a lot of
maca.
protein. You know, like,
sure.
hey, Macarena.
Hey, maca. And tyrosine.
Tyrosine, that's a prehistoric nutrient.
It's a prehistoric nutrient?
Yeah,
is it oil-based?
It's, you know how we're supposed to eat predator meat? The Tyrannosaurus Rex has the amino acid tyrosine, so
that's the broken down Tyrannosaurus Rex.
yeah,
oils.
amino acid. Essential oils.
Jeez, I'm guessing he's probably going to say next we should throw some fish in there as well.
Fish oil, Tyrannosaurus oil. Well, I think that's enough for us to work from. It's a masterpiece. Stay tuned. We're going to knock out some more health, science, myth-busting, fitness industry, factuality next week.
Eat the rainbow, Robbie.